So really, coming to QueerQuest, it is an online platform. It literally is a platform that hosts online courses and coaching programs created by queer experts in every area of life. And you get to come, and all you have to do is sign up for a subscription, which is monthly or yearly. You get to choose, and you get to have access to all of the what we call quests. It's called Queer Quest because you're going on a quest. And each teacher has a different quest that you go on, and you might take that for 10 days, 2 weeks, 30 days, right? And you get to learn and grow and evolve and get to really implement each day some of the stuff that you're learning in those lessons, asking yourself some questions, going out and putting something into practice, right? Really allowing yourself to go, okay, like I've been struggling when it comes to, my confidence, or struggling when it comes to dating. There is a course related to confidence. There's a course related to dating. Once I start going and taking these courses, I start putting things into practice. I start really clearing up some of the cobwebs that are inside of me that are making me feel unconfident or undateable or whatever it is that's holding me back. I clear those things up, and boom, what becomes next? I put myself out there. I start doing the things that, that I feel like I need the confidence for. Welcome to the Queer Quest podcast, your beacon of light and sprinkle of glitter in the queer community. I'm your host, Cristiano Green, CEO and founder of Queer Quest and a transformation coach for queer individuals. And together, we're embarking on a journey of transformation. Each week, we bring you a new training topic or connecting with visionary queer leaders in healing and coaching, diving deep into conversations that inspire growth, celebrate diversity, and empower you to live authentically. So wherever you are, settle in and let's get ready to unlock the vibrant potential within. This is where your quest begins. Hello, all you fabulous souls, and welcome to another episode of the Queer Quest podcast. I'm your host, Cristiano Green, the CEO and founder of Queer Quest and a transformation coach for people in the queer community. So on this episode of the Queer Quest podcast, I am excited. I'm over the moon. I'm elated to be talking about the launch of Queer Quest. So we launched Queer Quest at the beginning of this week, and it's been a long journey, to say the least. I've been working on Queer Quest for well over a year now. And I'm going to talk about what Queer Quest is in just a minute, but I just wanted to say to myself, I'm super proud of the fact that I kept going through all of the ups and the downs throughout this journey, and it's launched here. So I'm super excited. It's out there for the public to come on and see. And yeah, I really just feel like this journey to create it has been something special and something that has tested me and pushed me. And it's allowed me to grow, which is why I feel like it's so important that we have a place like Queer Quest. Queer Quest is a online personal development platform designed and curated specifically for people in the queer community. Every single person of the LGBTQIA plus community is available to come to this kind of space and be who they are authentically. Learn how to continue to maybe show up more as who they are. Maybe they get to do some healing. Maybe they get to grow. Maybe they get to have a bit of a transformation, right? We look at every single area of life for people who are in the queer community, and we say, look, here are some things that maybe you're struggling with, because these might be common issues that we all face. And here are some ways and some solutions and some paths forward for you to be able to take so that you can improve your current life. Whatever area you're talking about, this could be, like I said, your own identity, your queer identity. It could be your relationships with your family, friendships. It could be finding love, an intimate partner. It could be, your mindset, your emotional state. It could be, where you live. It could be your career, your finances. Every single area of the queer wellness wheel of life is really looked at and directly, curated and designed and shared by experts from all around the world from the queer community. So we're going to be working with queer coaches and healers and gurus and teachers and trainers in every single area of life. And we're going to only be learning from queer people. So we're going to always have the queer perspective in mind, because I think it's important that, for so many years we've learned from, whoever we've learned from. And the majority of people that we learn from, necessarily haven't walked the shoes that we walked in. They haven't really, understood the struggles that we've been through. They don't understand the journey of being a queer person. And so if you're someone who is on the spectrum of sexuality or gender, or it could be that you're someone who is questioning yourself in some of these areas, then QueerQuest might be the right place for you to become and for you to be. And for me, my journey to create it, yes, it formulated in my mind as an idea over a year ago, but I feel like it's been building up for 10 plus, 15 plus years when I really wanted to do something that supported others in my community. And initially, maybe that was focused on the gay community because I grew up, as a gay man. And that was my experience back then until, of course, I've continued to go further down to develop myself as a queer person as well, have an identity as a gay man, as a gender fluid person, and also as a queer person as well. And so for me, I've deepened my relationship with that and my journey, and it continues to evolve. But really, as far back as, my coming out experience and the struggles I faced, I knew I wanted to do something that impacted this community and to support people in this community. Because I really struggled, right? I really, really struggled. I grew up in a coastal town where, there was no other queer people that were out, that were, you could look up to or see. Everything you saw on the media or in, the entertainment world was a negative connotation. There was this kind of cookie cutter, stereotypical kind of, queer person. And they always ended up, something happened. If they were on a show like CSI, they would get killed or murdered or attacked or whatever it was. And it didn't really paint a good picture or a good representation of the life of a queer person, of a gay person, of a person who's on the spectrum of gender, right? And, as the world has evolved, of course, it's slowly getting better, but it's not where it should be. And this is the reason why I believe, I've been inspired to create QueerQuest because I feel like it's important for young people specifically, but anyone really who's in this queer community who's looking for some positive representation, who wants to see role models, who wants to actually learn, who wants to grow, who wants to heal, who wants to evolve, who wants to transform, whatever word feels most aligned to you, but you want to do it from people who understand your experience or part of your community. Right? That's really why I decided on building QueerQuest because I know the struggle of being a queerpreneur, a queer entrepreneur, and the struggles that it might be, the struggles that it is faced online, especially people who are coaches and healers in this area who are really trying to do good things for our community, in attracting new clients. And I know that there's not really a lot of places that'll say, oh, yeah, we love what you do, but it's just not for us. Well, this is the place for you. This is the place for us. So people out there who are, like I said, queer coaches, healers, and gurus, you can actually come to courses.queerquest.vip. You can actually sign up to put in an application to actually come on and have your course on the platform as well, because we want voices from every single avenue and angle of the queer community and just across the world, right? I'm talking because we understand that the queer experience and people across the board in different subsections of this, LGBTQIA plus community have a different experience. So we want to learn and we want to hear from the experts your mission and your message and your purpose on this earth to be able to share it with our community, because I think it's important that we share that we have a place where we can go, not just to learn and grow, but to also build a strong foundation, a beautiful tribe, find our community. Because at the core, people might come for whatever reason they want to come for. They might have one specific thing that they want to work on, and they'll come to QueerQuest to be able to work on that. But what I think is going to help you evolve and really take it to the next level is being able to find a tribe of people that see you, that get you, that hear you, that understand you, and want to support you on that journey as well. Because to me, that's the most important thing for me, is to build a strong community in this queer community that shows that we do have positivity, we do have empowerment, we do have uplifting, we do help each other rise. Because there's no point rising all the way to the top and realizing you're going to be very lonely because there's no one there with you. if you're going to be able to rise up, it's amazing to be able to bring people with you, which is why, again, Quick Quest for me is so important and so inspiring, because again, I get to help people, rise up. And also, as people rise up, they're going to help me rise up as well. So it becomes this kind of cycle, this beautiful positive cycle that helps us achieve what we really want to achieve in our lifetimes. And I'm not talking about, oh, I need to have this car or go on this holiday or that. It's more about relationships and connection and growth and just kind of evolving, right? And just opening our mindset to see things differently, right? I know that, this world is filled with, hierarchies and privileges and oppression and all of those things. And I think that it's important that we really look at some of these structures. And the way that we can do that is we come together and we get to learn and understand, like, what are the common things? What are the key things across the board that we need to work on? Because down the track, I am opening a foundation. Part of what QueerQuest already is going to be shortly is it's going to have a scholarship program as well. So as soon as someone signs up to QueerQuest for a membership, they will sponsor someone who is in a less fortunate situation, who is looking to be able to grow and be part of something, right? So it's this call for all, buy one, get one kind of mentality. You get to support people in places that really just are really needing this kind of support, right? That's the first kind of step of where we're trying to help people across the board, right? Because of course, right now it's a business, and for us to be able to do more and have more of an impact, we need to make money, and we need to also charge for certain services, right? And very affordable cost, let me tell you that. Check out courses.queerquest.vip and you'll know what I'm talking about when I say very affordable. But yeah, so that's kind of layer one, is buy one, give one, is to be able to give back to people across the world. Because like I said, there are people who are struggling in different parts of the world. This could be in Asian countries, it could be in African countries, it could still be in other countries, that are still, in Europe or even in Australia or US. There are going to be people who are struggling and really need support. So you can apply to be, go into a scholarship program. And every time someone purchases a program, we give out a scholarship to someone. So it's about, like I said, how do you know that what you're doing is also giving back to someone else? It's supporting other people in this queer community, which is what I think is great. Like, you get to do that. You get to be a part of the change as well, not just by signing up and doing the work on yourself, but because you signing up also gives this opportunity to someone else. Then you get to be in this community with people, and it's another way of rising up. Because the foundation that I'm talking about is a foundation that is actually going out there and really understanding the core social and economical and political issues that face people in the queer community, and working out how we can how we can bridge the gaps and change those things across the world. So it might be that we support, queer people in countries where the laws are, of attacks and even worse aren't in our favor, right? How do we work on helping people in those situations get out of those situations, or work on figuring out how we can make some structural changes in those countries as well? Like, then in other places, it might be that, like, we figure out, like, what is it, who do we need to get into parliament, into government, that will support us in the vision of that, and like really work on, as like, okay, if we're going out to vote, how do we actively combine our resources to be able to do that in the countries that are supportive of that, right? Because I believe that there's so many ways that we all can do stuff, but like, it's called education as well, which is why we want people who are queer activists out here coming on the platform and creating your courses, running your workshops, so that, again, people can attend and learn and really get clear on, like, what's actually going on in the world. Because oftentimes, we are quite blind to the truth. And oftentimes there's a lot of things that happen outside that distract us from ever seeing what is the real truth, because it's designed that way. We are designed sometimes to not see what's actually going on because they don't want us to change it. So really, coming to QueerQuest, it is an online platform. It literally is a platform that hosts online courses and coaching programs created by queer experts in every area of life. And you get to come, and all you have to do is sign up for a subscription, which is monthly or yearly. You get to choose. and you could have access to all of the what we call quests. It's called Queer Quests because you're going on a quest. And each teacher has a different quest that you go on, and you might take that for 10 days, 2 weeks, 30 days, right? And you get to learn and grow and evolve and get to really implement each day some of the stuff that you're learning in those lessons, asking yourself some questions, going out and putting something into practice, right? Really allowing yourself to go, okay, like I've been struggling when it comes to, my confidence, or struggling when it comes to dating. There is a course related to confidence. There's a course related to dating. Once I start going and taking these courses, I start putting things into practice. I start really clearing up some of the cobwebs that are inside of me that are making me feel unconfident or undateable or whatever it is that's holding me back. I clear those things up, and boom, what becomes next? I put myself out there. I start doing the things that, that I feel like I need the confidence for, or I put myself out there and start going on dates. And maybe I start finding that, oh, wow, I'm connecting to different kinds of people. Who knows? People in the Queer Coast community could be someone that you connect with on those levels, and being part of those kinds of communities who are positive and uplifting and empowering means you're going to find people that are just like you, which is why we're creating this place for people who are just like us. Like I said, I want this to be a space for positivity and empowerment, but also if you're struggling with something, you can come there and get that. It's not about saying you can't talk about some of these things that you're struggling with, but you're going to find that you're going to get the responses from the coaches and the other people in the program as being an empowering voice to you. How do I get past that? Oh, wow, like they've given me some great advice. Now it's my job as a queer human to go and do that. And maybe it's just being pushed in the right direction to take this quest over here, right? So that's the core VIP offer. Is you get access to all of the online quests. You get access to all of the meditations and the sound healings as well. And you get access to the social network that is being built at QueerQuest as well, right? That's beautiful to be able to come at the very beginning and be like some of the leaders in that section as well. There's also a yearly, what we call a summit or a QueerQuest workshop that everyone who is part of the yearly membership gets a free ticket to be able to attend as well. So there's a lot that comes into this VIP membership. Now, of course, there are people who want to take it to the next level and say, look, you know what, that's great, but I want some support from people each month. So we have what we call the QueerQuest Pro membership as well, which is everything you get in the VIP, but what you also get on top of that is you get to come and join the monthly Rainbow Renaissance workshops. So this is a 2-3 hour workshop that's placed every single month. And every single month we focus on one of the different 12 sections on the queer wellness wheel of life, right? So like I said, it could be that it might be 1 month it's on your physical health, right? The next month could be mental, emotional, spiritual, social, could be intimate relationships, it could be career, it could be finances, it could be cultural, it could be queer identity, it could be environmental, it could be recreational, right? Having fun. Like all of these areas are going to affect you as a human, but as a queer human. And really being able to go down the path and actually going like, okay, I'm going to get support. I'm going to be part of a bigger community. And I'm actually going to learn specifically each month. We're going to go on a workshop and really going to go dig deep into those areas. And I have the whole month to work on that one area, right? Which is really cool. You get to focus on physical health. And so maybe that month on top of just doing that one thing, you take the quests that are focused in those areas. And you're like, on top of the workshop, you're doing the quests and you're continuing to grow and evolve. So like in 1 year's time, if you looked at every 12 areas of your life, you were going to be leaps and bounds ahead of where you were a year ago because you're focused solely on one area for a whole month, which is super cool. So that's kind of the next level up as well. You also get the pro access to our yearly workshop, which had some other benefits as well. But, it's really the cool thing is that you're getting access to all the quests and really, really a lot of group coaching, which is led by me. And there'll be other coaches who are specific in those areas who attend and run certain sessions as well. So yeah, so those are the key things that are there available right now. Excuse me. I've been a little bit sick this week because I've been so busy the last 3-4 weeks making sure that everything was in place to set up for QueerQuest, that I kind of just let myself, not let myself, I pushed myself too far and then it just came down now. Once we launched, a couple of days later, I started getting a little bit unwell. But I'm here and I'm showing up because I believe it's important to show up. And I just want to, I'm so excited to talk about it that no matter what, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to do it. And that's why I'm here today. Anyway, that was me digressing, going up in a little tangent. But we're talking about, the mission and the vision, right? I think we've talked about understanding like how it operates. What does it aim to achieve? Like the QuickQuest aims to achieve evolution, healing, growth, transformation, and community for people in the queer community. It's important for us, like I said, to feel like united, to feel like we belong somewhere. Quit be like, I know that you're going to be a part of whatever subsection of the LGBTQA plus community, and that's great, right? Like I said, I'm part of the gay community, the gender fluid community, and I'm also part of the queer community because for me, the queer part of it is the movement. It's the moving the needle forward. It's the helping and looking up and really supporting others in this community and really going, how do we move the needle forward as a tribe, as a community, as a family? Because I believe it's important, like to step up and to show up and to be there for other people in this community. So again, it's a subscription model. Like I said, you get to sign up for as long as you like, monthly or yearly. There's options for both the VIP and the pro level, which you can obviously check out at courses.queerquest.vip. Like I said, we cover the quests that are available now. There's a few, and every single month we are bringing out a new quest every single month. So every month you get access to a brand new quest as well. So over the next 12 months, there'll be at least, 12 quests coming out already on top of the 3 or 4 that are actually available on there now, along with a meditation that comes out every single week. So you get access to all of this stuff that you can utilize on your journey as well. You get access to the community. You get access, again, if you're a pro member, to come to the workshops as well. So there's a lot there. And like I said, we want to hear from you as the founding members of QuickQuest. If you come and join us, what areas that you really want to focus on? So each month we are going to put a poll up and we're going to focus on making sure that we get the right quests coming for you that is going to give you the most growth and the most healing and the most transformation over your time coming at QueerQuest as well. Like I said, if there's certain coaches or people that you follow in our queer community that you think, wow, they should be on this platform, send us in. You can contact us. There's a support section and there's a way for you to reach out and send us emails and contacts, and we get back to everybody. We want to hear from you, and we will always get back to every single person, because that's one of the core things is that we want you to feel like this is your one-stop shop in the queer community to get what you need in order for you to be empowered, for you to be authentic, for you to live the life that truly is of your desire and of your making as well. So like I said, we will curate this the way that you need it to be, because this is designed for those specific perspective as well. Why is having a queer specific space for personal development important? Why does it matter? I don't know how many of you out there who are listening have done any personal development in the past. I know I've done a lot. I've been in the personal development space for over 10 years now. I've done, a lot of the biggest courses in the world, from, Tony Robbins to Brendon Burchard to, I've done all the big summits and all of those things as well. Like any big name that you can think of in the personal development space, I've probably done something with them there. And they all have their areas of expertise. Some of them are more business focused. Some of them are more, your personal stuff there as well. Like the deeper stuff within you. Some of them about your values, some of them about dating and relationships, right? All of those areas, right? And every time it's the same kind of thing in a sense where no, it's not the same kind of thing. It's like, it is designed for the masses, the majority. And unfortunately, the queer community is not a majority in those spaces. So oftentimes, we can go into some of those rooms and again, we don't know who we're getting and we're running into. I've had some experiences in personal development spaces that have been very homophobic towards me. I've also felt that, the things I'm learning are not targeted towards me. And so a lot of the times when they're talking about relationship stuff, it's not relatable in the same sense, because I want to be hearing from people who are going through it here, because gay relationships, queer relationships are different to the normal straight relationships as well. And I know some people are going to say, oh, yeah, no, they're all the same at the end of the day. They're not. If you've ever been in one, you'll understand that there's a very difference between your relationship and probably relationships of your parents or your friends, etc. Like there's a big difference here in how we see the world, how we operate in it, how we are, right? And things that we focus on are more important to us, and issues are more important to us, and so we have to navigate them differently. So again, having spaces that are queer specific for us to learn from queer people, it's like, I don't know, it's something that I guess I've always dreamed of having as well myself. Like I wish back 10, 15 years ago when I started getting into personal development, that there was someone there that was doing something like this, that I could go, wow, like I can learn from you and like evolve from you. So like I think this is a great space for people who are in this community to have access to something. So they get, like I said, they get taught from their peers, from their mentors, from their leaders, right? Because they're going to have the perspective, and they're also going to be advocating for us in our ways as well. We have unique challenges and unique experiences within this queer community, and our voices need to be heard. And we want to share them to people in our community that really want to hear that as well. Now, QueerQuest fills that gap in the traditional personal development spaces because, again, you know what you're getting. You can walk into a space and feel comfortable and safe knowing that it's curated and created for you, right? It's like the same thing about going, when you're younger, when you're going out to bars, before you're really out, you're going to straight bars with your friends. For me, it was with my girlfriends. And did I want to go to, like, did I fit in there? No. But when I first walked into a gay bar, a gay club, I felt at home. And it's kind of the same experience that I want people to come here. Is like, wow, like this is how it can be. And I want people to experience how it can be, not how it has been. We're moving into the can be and the should be and the will be era, not a has been era. We're no longer going to be has beens. We are going to be shoulda, woulda, couldas, and we will be. That's what I'm saying, right? So that's where we're moving into. The great thing about QueerQuest is an evolution, and as the platform evolves, as we get more members, what then the future holds is fantastic. Is like I said, we're going to be able to get better and better experts across the board. And like I said, I'm thinking of every single area of us. So like I want us to have some I want to have RuPaul on there creating a course for us, right? I want to have some of these big names that are in our community, like that really have a mission and a purpose to come on here, because again, that's going to bring in more people, but it's also like going to be impactful for them to be able to speak directly to their community as well, which is cool. Now, of course, there are going to be courses that are available for allies, for parents, for people who are supporting this community, because who want to learn more about this community as well, right? Of course, this is an inclusive space, but again, predominantly it's focused on us as a queer community as well. And as we evolve, we want to be running workshops and seminars on a regular basis, live workshops and seminars as well, right? Because I want us to be able to have, I want to have a place where we can come to, across different places throughout the world at different months. And, in this month in Dubai, we're doing this. And then in Bali, we're doing this. And in Sydney, this. And in LA here. And in Toronto. And in London. We're going to go across the globe so that we can support and build a huge community around the world and continue to learn and grow and evolve there. And we're running these things. I want us to be running a yearly festival as well. I call it QueerFest, QueerFest. And us having a 2 or 3 day, like full spiritual, personal development, entertainment, sensory experience. I've got a lot of ideas in my mind of how that will come into fruition, but that's down the track. I'm just excited to share some of these ideas because they're the things that are going to come down the track as well, right? So for right now, though, we've got the quest available, we've got the coaching program available, the Rainbow Renaissance. So there's so much stuff already, but I just want you to understand, like, it's only going to get better. And with people like you on board coming to really check out QueerQuest and really, share your wins and your perspectives, who knows? What I also want to be able to do is like have an actual program that allows you to evolve and get your message out there. And eventually, maybe you can also be someone who becomes a coach on QuickQuest and you share one of your messages, right? Because I know that, like, where I was 10 years ago, I wasn't ever feeling ready to be able to do what I'm doing now. But I want to help people get there because I believe everyone's got some sort of a message. Everyone's got some unique perspective. And why not help you guys from the very beginning, where you are now, who may have one day thought, dreaming of doing something like I did 15 years ago. I said, I'm going to help the queer community. I'm going to help the gay community. I'm going to help this community, whatever you are from. This is your opportunity to do that. Come, learn, heal, grow, evolve, transform, then teach, inspire, lead, coach, all of those things, right? I'm getting a bit emotional thinking about it because I remember that little boy 15, 16 years ago, really just struggling with my own identity, my own internalized feelings, and not having anyone to talk to or anywhere to go. And like, there was no online place that I felt like I could go to, that I could get the help that I was needing, right? Of course, I could go online and talk to other people in the gay community, but in those spaces where I was, you're trying to find that, it's often about more sexual things. That was my experience personally from back then. But for me, I had somewhere that I could go and I could just be able to be open and talk about it and share my feelings as I'm going through it and just understand, like, this. Oh my God, there's a plethora of, there's hundreds of thousands of millions of other queer people out there who I can see who are going through this experience as well. Like, I'm not crazy, I'm normal, and I'm able to go through this because I've got support here as well. And so that's the powerful thing as well. So how can you start? How can you join in on this? All you have to do is go to courses.quickquest.vip. You can read through all the information. There's so much there for you to understand about what it is. Like I said, there's two sections for you to be able to, if you want to subscribe, the VIP section or the pro section. You can read up about more of those things other than what I've shared earlier. But I just encourage you to get involved in the community and connect with other people. Once you get involved, join there, introduce yourself, go on the quest. Share what you're learning, right? Because it's you guys out who are going to be the voices of Queer Quest and sharing it out to the world. Because I want people like you. Like we were starting at a really great introductory offer because we want to make sure that the people that have come on board at the beginning are the people that really need it the most as well. So coming on board, there's a sign up specific for new people at this very beginning, a launch, special. You can read up about it. I'm not here to sell you on it. I just want you to go to the website and check it out and see if it's for you as well. For me, it's been an honor for this last 12 months, more like 15 odd years, building it and going through it. I had to do this whole lot on my own. I've been trying to find people to get on board with me. I tried to find a co-founder at one point, and I thought, and I, was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to build a web. How am I going to build a platform, a website on my own? I found a way. When it came to who's going to come and join me and be some of the coaches and build their programs and courses, who's it going to be? How was I going to do that? It all worked out. I figured out how to do stuff. I created a podcast. I started creating the website. I started figuring out creating courses and doing all of these things there, right? Figured out how to set up the pricing and do all of this stuff. I've done this all on my own with very little help other than, sharing my ideas and trying to talk about it, with friends. I've done this on my own. But like I said, I'm no longer here to do it on my own. This is why I'm so excited that it's launched now. Because this is for the people, by the people, with the people. And you're the people, I'm the people, we're all the people. So come and check out QuickQuest and see if it's the right thing for you. And I'm going to leave it there. I love what I've created. I love, the community of people that we're going to have on there. I see only good things for this community and in our community in the future. And I'm excited to see if you're going to be someone who's going to join that. So I'm going to leave it there. I'll be back next week with an episode. I'm going to go get some rest and take care of myself. But until then, always remember that you've got this and I've got you. Bye for now.